Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
How we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the last one's
Let's be clear, this is
How you gon' be no love when the bed don't sleep? Deep pressure feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Next run, right, might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new gold era. Yo. This that purple technique for Cody vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the ace in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. See yo with my mouth. I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate Bruce Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is rap doing alright. My dope house well with Egypt, beating Portland's Cutter doing well on a mountain. R&B bitches on my bandwagon. Boxes cost 500, I got my pants sagging. If you had to drive 50 miles, you was cracking back where I popped the Infinite, I had the less bag. True story, I could get anything done. Runway, Gucci, jeans, shoe, hair in the blonde, Santorini, black sand, dick sucks in the sun. The top 3 and not 3 and 2, but I'm the Vanetta Loves. See me, I'm the model type. Balenciaga torty with the piranha bites. Ace rolls on ice. Hit you broad day, fuck you in the pole lights. Nigga, I'm dose nice.
Returning the boom back with 2 million on the wrist. DJ Drama.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey yo, big words too. So Randy Savage, I heard you out here running your mouth.
Heard the flow.
I've been a rich man, and she's got power to spare. Big approach, running dead center. Watch the power. She's flying. Huge blow. Oh my! Table's breaking.
This man said, why every time I meet a woman, she's behind on her bills or she needs help with a bill? If that's something that you're questioning and it's bothering you, upsetting you, that you have to bring it to the internet, you don't need to be meeting women right now. You need to be focusing on yourself and getting your life together.
Ain't nothing like a broke, struggling ass bitch with demands and standards making videos in their car praying for a cash out. Dry begging ass bitch.
Do you think that this person is a patriot or a traitor?
That's a fuck nigga.
Why do you say that?
When he became president, he spent more of his time to put LGBTQ into power than he did for his own race. And it doesn't have to be about race, but I mean, dude, you're the first nigga president, you expect for you to do nigga shit. The closest thing he did to doing anything for niggas was changing his tennis court and turn it into a basketball court. Outside of that, he made homosexual marriage completely legal. We started having civil unrest like we never seen before. BLM was created, Me Too was created. All these political companies and organizations were created through him, and nothing that was truly peaceful. Conservatives got targeted, falsely labeled as racist through his reign. He's a complete traitor. He was here to only conquer and divide, and he accomplished that goal.
Damn!
Super fly guy.
Hey yo, on Rodeo, Rolls Royce, roof retracted. Rugalay on the Mississippi, relaxing. Prince to a Von Cleat party. Max and Sack shopping bags, had a blood back in front of morning. Dope bags on my Reese Cooper coattail. If the 20 bricks land, watch the boat shell. Hit 4 extra niggas, oh well. You serve crack through the doorbell. Hit a lick face in the mall, gelling knee high. Black badge, hit every pothole in the east side. Trying to teach niggas up, but they lack vision. Still got 30 left, my homie cried on the last visit. We ate wings on the last visit. Swiss shoes, now you on the rep, you on the rap Simmons. Up the self-riches looking like a meal ticket. Spent 50 at the counter, but we still naked. I'm about to go violin. Wrist crank, kick, Miller, Jackie Chan. Texas Storm, Balenciaga, Afghanistan. Going Dior, shopping off hand in hand. Bulletproof vest, Tasha Nakamoto. Kept the X runner, shot the nigga block, I'm solo. Daytona Road, easy tools, Rojo. Money good, $500,000 Chanel hobo. I'm the pinnacle, see through your subliminal. Spy everything twice, 2 Louis racks identical. Style minimal, style like Larry Davis. See through Celine tank top, Celine trainers. Just came from a head shot, brains in. Kissing my triple beam like nigga, we made it. Woo. Like nigga, we made it. Thought it wasn't coming back, crackhead jeans say wait.
Damn!
Niggas ain't fucking with me, man.
Fun decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand. Crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in the lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phones, tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallers, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', was the concierge. 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot, city is the backdrop. One more, you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of them all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousine, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legend, the legendary Westside.
Hollow be thy name,
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix. That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix. That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix. That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix. That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Yo, what up? Yo, salute to the chat. I see y'all in here. Thanks for piling up in here. All right, and the Cloud Watchers are coming in. All right, cool. Are you, let me get a sound check. Carl, what's up with you, man? Let me get a sound check.
Mic check.
You hear me? There you go. Tito.
Yeah, what up?
Yo, what's up? And Mr. O, what's up?
Microphone checker, Mr. O in the Mickey Licky house.
All right, bet. Everybody sound good. All right, let's just get it cracking. Yo, Quiet Storm in the building. What up? Universal Black, outspoken introvert. I said, all right, cool. I see y'all piling in here. Nice. All right, cool. All right, man. Let's just get it cracking. Saul, opening statement for chat. The replay gang. I'll load up. I'll load up some of these segments. Saul, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, so my intro statement is this, man. We got a bunch of fuckery going on. We got some stuff that we kind of need to address. Um, you know, about co-optation. I guess this will be, how social movements work one on one, just so that y'all, are vigilant and have a keen eye for, what people are trying to do. And I guess, from there, that's what we'll be talking about today.
All right, bet. You got an opening statement, Tito?
Yeah, as predicted, I remember also saying that eventually, due to the obstruction with immigration enforcement, whether it's Soros funded or whether it's actually grassroots, whatever, you know, that eventually that they were going to push things too far. This is part of the Podesta plan, right? I don't know if y'all know about the Podesta plan. Maybe I'll speak on that later, but they are trying to instigate civil war. And so Trump didn't react. The president didn't react as quickly as I would have, but he finally just said yesterday, that he's instructing Border Czar Tom Homan and Homeland Security Chief Chrissy Noemi to tell the agents that if somebody is obstructing ICE or destroying vehicles, throwing things at vehicles, that they are supposed to be, that they want their agents to jump out and apprehend them, quote, by any means necessary. I knew that we would come around to shoot to kill orders, but if it was me, I would have issued that right away, because how is it that people find it acceptable to have a use of deadly force sign outside of Fort Detrick, Maryland, and outside of Area 51? It's perfectly fine there. So why shouldn't the people that work for Border Patrol why shouldn't they be able to protect themselves in the same way? You know what I'm saying? That's still a secure government installation at the end of the day. Right. But I told you we'd come around to this point. So now let's see what happens in the next few weeks before the holidays.
Well played, sir. That's also a good. So I'm doing this one of these segments for the segue where Trump actually with the senators actually what you were saying since earlier that he should be invoking the Sedition Act and that shit's punishable by death. So I got the segment on that with the congressman and some of these retired military telling the military not to follow orders from the commander in chief. So that's a good segue, your opening statement. Mr. Elvis, all yours, Playboy.
What's cracking, y'all, man? It's just been a lot of stuff going on in the news he really can't keep up with. We had a whole fiasco here in downtown Chicago, with all the violence, little crumb crushers and little knuckleheads getting shot up and everything. But Brandon Johnson telling you everything's okay. My Donnie up in New York, he promised all these free stuff to these so-called people, that voted for him with socialist ass, and now he then kissing the ring to Trump to go ahead give him some funds to go ahead fund this so-called thing of his, like he's the so-called era mob. It's just funny that all this is all these people that's want to go ahead and just be lazy and have things their way and basically mess it up for everybody. We got people in the city of Chicago, like we had said in the back chat, want to rip up these so-called property taxes that they voted in for, because how else are they going to keep these illegals that y'all trying to protect from ICE housed, fed, taking your jobs on top of that, trying to go ahead and replace you, but you want to worry about property taxes now after you basically been told by us over here in the Machismo sphere, Black man sphere, people with common sense were trying to tell y'all this was going to happen, but now we laughing our so-called told you so's. I just want to see what's going on in the menu tonight with the so-called videos, and that's my opening statements.
All right, well played. All right, we in the building. Actually, most of tonight's content is courtesy of Saul. He was just been sending me hot fire all week, and it's a lot of stuff that we wanted to talk. Me, Saul, and Tito had a conversation. I think earlier. What was it, on a Sabbath? Yeah, Friday. So Tito knew some of the subjects we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this Epstein thing. I got the right pieces for that. But let's start out with some Keisha fuckery. Let's start out with some Keisha fuckery first. And this one, let me knock my super chat out the way. Shout out to International Quiet Storm with $5 super chat. He said, adding to the goal, hit the like bucket button and F all you hoes.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
All right, let's get into it. And this covers
classified and no longer call it a professional degree.
All right, Saul had sent this to me earlier, and we did a little quick research on it, and then it turns out there were a lot of videos on this anyway. So basically, Department of Education, as part of one of the pieces of the big beautiful bill, they are reclassifying a lot of professions as non-profession, and then they will not have all of the bells and whistles afforded to them in terms of financial aid and loan forgiveness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the most educated are scrambling all over the internet, and lo and behold, nursing, physician's assistants, physical therapists, audiologists, social workers, and educators are not counted on that list. And these are, as we know, especially with the nursing, that's how all the chicks be claiming they make six figures. They be nurses. So let's look at
It's not the only program that they reclassified and no longer call it a professional degree. Here's a list right here: nursing, physician assistants, physical therapists, audiologists, architects, accountants, educators, social workers. The United States Department of Education under the Trump administration reclassified these degrees and no longer consider them professional because they no longer want to cover them under federal student loans. So what does this mean? It does not mean that you can no longer pursue these professions. It means the federal government is not trying to pay for them anymore. So only the people that are trust fund kids or come from family that plans and save for college will be able to take these programs because they're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. It means any students that's pursuing the degrees that we mentioned before, they will no longer have access to higher federal loan limits, which were previously available to them. They will also be excluded from specific loan forgiveness programs, and these changes will create obstacles for those who cannot afford to pay for these professional degrees on their own out of pocket. A damn shame. But don't get discouraged and don't say, oh, I'm changing my major. Because remember, everything can be reversed and changed, especially when he's no longer president.
Funny how nursing isn't a profession, but weren't we just healthcare heroes during COVID? I couldn't live without us during COVID though, right? But now y'all need us. Bet. If every fucking nurse walked out of their shift right now, what would y'all do? Let the MD, professional, put the IV in. Let them do your intake, do all your fucking lines, hang their meds. And you wonder why there's no nurses now and why it'll be a giant shortage by tomorrow? Because every motherfucking month, y'all come out your mouth and say some bullshit. There will still be nurses in the world that support people who say shit like that. And my thought is that nursing is a female-dominated profession is why now it don't count. I guarantee you, if it was more males than female nurses, it wouldn't even be a conversation. If the world had to run on the professionals, so the MDs doing all the work from the intake, the admission, all the way to discharge, I'd like to see what the patient satisfaction score is, what the patient mortality is, and overall how the fuck the world operates. Who do you think the patients see 99% of the time? The fucking non-profession nurse. Please.
Oh, she's such a lovely lady, isn't she? She's so lovely. International Quiet Storm said it right. I thought they were running circles around black men financially. So this is your segment. Go ahead. Why don't you set it off, man?
Okay, so let me go on ahead and rewind you all back to that whole scenario with the National Black Journalists Association, where you have these, bitches sitting up there talking cash shit, being disrespectful, not engaging in legitimate journalism, and asking just bad faith questions and stuff like that, right? Now, Trump is, I might not necessarily get you now, I might not necessarily get you later, but I'm gonna get you, right? And then you got a couple that with, the manosphere bringing our president. This is the manosphere president. Trump 2.0 is the manosphere president, in the sense that, statistically, all of those fields, when you really pay attention to them, are things we've asked for. It's the truth, right? They're sitting up here gassed up, you know what I mean? At Ruth Chris, disrespectful from hotel to hotel, being travel nurses and social workers on to, teachers and all that other stuff. They always complain about their salary or whatnot, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Quiet as kept, teachers get paid a lot. Quiet as kept, social workers and physical therapists and all those, they get paid a tremendous amount. Don't get me started on tribal nurses. This is a humble pie. Now, here's the thing. They go to school, they rack up all these loans, they don't even pay him or whatever the case may be. And it's kind of like he ain't even really do anything. He ain't do as much as he really could have if he really wanted to, like, really flex. You understand what I mean? All he did was just simply cap how much, someone took loans out in a year. And in effect, it's actually helping you out. You know what I mean? Why should somebody be paying, like 60, 70, 80, $90,000 for a damn nursing degree, right? It doesn't make any sort of sense, So you just simply capped it at, 20,000 a year. And that's it, because a lot of these bitches, what they like to do is use financial aid as another form of government welfare. Okay. Living expenses may, for a city, let's say, if they were to, each semester, it might be something like, $4,000, right? We talking averages or something like that. Maybe $1,000 a month if they live alone or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about rent. Guess what? All this other money, they getting from free dinners and all this other shit, they family, working and all that other stuff anyway. So Trump is like, hey, go ahead. You know what I mean? You've been doing what you've been doing on the side anyway. Let's just take big daddy government out of it. And, that's my take on it, man. Salute to him. They need some humble pie.
That's the whole fact, though. Tito, it's all yours.
To piggyback off of what Saul was just saying, this whole thing that they talking about is a complete fucking lie. It's not that these degrees never were classified as professional by the United States Department of Education. It's just that once it got infiltrated by Democrats, leftists, feminists, and the other F word, they decided to give, they decided to overextend the caps for borrowing towards towards people seeking degrees in these professions. And all they're doing is enforcing the law as it was written, just like with immigration. This is not no draconian step that the Trump administration is taking. These are standards and caps for student loans that's existed since the fucking 40s, actually. That's all they doing is actually enforcing the fucking law. Look, to accommodate feminists and to use it as an economic weapon against black men, they have been raising the caps on people seeking degrees in these professions, because they know that at the end of the day it's going to produce bitches like the one that you see on the screen and further destabilize black people. That's why they did this, and now Trump is rolling this shit back. Neither one of these bitches knows what the fuck they talking about. They just enforcing law that was already there. That's all they doing. Maybe if these dumb bitches would have got together, right, and hired a lobbying firm to try to get it codified in law to make it permanent, instead of fucking spending their goddamn money on Mercedes M classes and BBLs and shit and weaves and purses, then maybe they wouldn't be in this fucking situation if they would have reinvested back into their profession.
No, I think that's spot on. I saw a couple people reviewing it, and they were also saying, especially with some of the fields like nursing and stuff like that, that they're overrepresented by Indians, Asians, and Nigerians, and that a lot of that is because they were been able to take advantage of the higher loan caps as well, and that may partially be to squeeze to squeeze that those industries as well.
And you know what? As for what this skinny bitch is saying right here, the other one that you got on there, the skinny long face bitch, as for far as what she's saying, if every single nurse walked, tomorrow, you will have Philippine women coming in on work visas because they can't wait to get rid of you black ass bitches. That's what will happen. They can't wait.
That is actually
they can't
true.
wait. You bitches will be in FEMA camps in 5 years. They can't wait.
Brother Zeke with the 304 tax. He said Big Keisha Gymnastics. F all you hoes.
She's got power to spare. Big approach, running dead center. Watch the power. She's flying. Huge blow. Oh my! The table's breaking. Look out! Get down!
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
All right, Mr. O, what say you of Keisha losing her mojo with the student loan caps and what have you, courtesy of the Trump administration, and also that it's affecting a few of the fields where they are at predominantly and where they can earn the most money, and thereby flex on black men and tell them that they're broke.
Boo, ooh, hoo. Oh, is it the rabbit got the gun again? I mean, I find it funny, yo. Another one bites the dust, another apartment bites the dust. First, it was the so-called government part of the sisterhood losing their jobs, getting laid off because of the DEI initiatives and all the other give me this and give me that. And we look at it right now with the so-called nurses losing their job now. a lot of them are incompetent if we really want to be honest. I mean, do y'all really be helping these patients, or y'all just want to help and serve these damn doctors behind the scenes, if you know what I mean? And to piggyback with Salty Balls and General Tito had said, y'all forgot about Cooper's Hawk. That's the other little hangout spot. And they want to go ahead and talk all this John Blaze shit about they so-called certification degrees. This is what it really is. I mean, y'all ain't really know how intellectual beings going to these classes. Y'all barely know majority of the medical jargon in them places, and y'all want to go ahead and posterize on the internet like this. Well, what can you say? This look like the one of them animated ants from that movie Ants movie from back in the day with a bandana and shit like that, yakking on her head, throwing all type of. And it's supposed to be an educated woman talking about the plight of nurses right now. Get the hell up out of here. And just to quote the urban poet from back in the day, one of my favorites by the name of Coogee Rap, brothers, they're gonna be back on our dick like a human shish kebab. I'm just gonna pass the mic right there, and just be aware of these so-called nurses, physical physician. Look, pause the screen right here. Make sure y'all get this right. You know what I'm saying? Accountants, all of them. You know, it's all, especially the social workers. We're gonna see that fiasco in the next couple of months. Just mark my words. It's gonna be talking about we need social workers who's gonna be monitoring these so-called deadbeat moms in the ghetto, and that we put right here so they can go ahead and put all you niggas onto shame. What we gonna do with them? They need to be watched too. I pass the mic there.
My man, I think you may be the first person to actually quote Cool G Rap on the panel during the round robin. Well played, sir. Fucking well played. For that, this is on my candy. Well played, sir. Cool G Rap.
Congresswoman alleging that
Let me go on ahead and round that off with another portion I forgot to mention. These programs, nursing, they like to hail Florence Nightingale, social work. They like to hail Jane Addams and Mary Richmond and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah,
right. These
mission work.
Exactly. You know, settlement houses, whole house movement, all that crap. You know what I mean? These were suffragists and integrated into that curriculum is actual means to try to integrate feminist indoctrination in there. You know what I mean? So I just want y'all to know that too. You know, that's another reason why he's doing that. Another thing to also consider is that when it comes down to these particular fields or whatnot, these fields are more practical based, and you know they're not generally able to get insurance on their own. You know what I mean? So you have a whole bunch of gassed up people, who actually fight each other with queen bee mentality onto the point that even would you say fields like teaching and nursing in particular, there's been studies on it where women have bullied each other to the point to where they've considered it an OSHA habit. There's studies out there. I don't know if you all know that, but there's actual studies out there where, you have a young nurse coming in there, out of school, and it'll be like, oh, who this bitch thinks she is? And they'll bully each other.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to talk about that. I'll land my plane there.
Well played. Hold on.
Now, why you have the old German Shepherd type of woman Gail King up there?
Because we running down the gauntlet of Keisha's taking L's this week. It's been a glorious week. Trump been hard at work. Me and Saul be talking about this. I think listen, man. As far as I'm concerned, in for a penny, in for a pound. We call this Trump play. As far as I'm concerned, whether directly or indirectly. All of the policy things being enacted are in favor, and one way or another, to the self-determination of the FBA, heterosexual FBA black man, freemen, etc. Whether you can see the moves on the board or not. And a lot of politics is being cleaned out. So we just did this shit with the student loans and the nursing taking a hit. This is Sheila, a hell of a name, Shafurlis McCormick. She go to jail.
Is that an FBA name?
Right. Shafurlis. That don't sound. McCormick is Irish. But we're gonna
some
do
people
her.
that did some research on her said that she's Haitian.
I know it's not a tether.
Yeah, on that note, a lot of them are getting. He got rid of a lot of the tethers too. And we're gonna do this Epstein, the Keishas with the Epstein right after this one. But
you know,
dude, like I said,
you know what, y'all? You know what, man? You know who the model tether is? Who all tethers? I wish I could make bracelets that say WWED. What would Eddie do? The model tether in this country is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is the model tether in this country. Think about this. Eddie Murphy, the only Jamaican nigga he hung around was his brother. Everybody else he hung around was a black American man. He fully fucking integrated himself into black American society. He understands what side of the fucking bread the butter is on. He never talks shit about black Americans. You know what I'm saying?
I never even knew Eddie Murphy was fucking Jamaican.
Yeah.
That's how good he is. That's the model tether right there.
I didn't know he was
even
Jamaican.
his R.I.P. to his brother. God bless the dead, to Charlie. That was my world favorite comedian, man, bro. You know, you want to talk about with the tough guy and he'll roast you and put you in your place, man. Yeah. Shout out to the Murphy brother.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely surprised. I mean, they from Brooklyn in the '80s, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. The things you learn. I didn't know that he. Yeah,
I didn't know Eddie was Jamaican.
He was friends with Red Fox. He was friends with Richard Pryor. He paid for Buckwheat's headstone. I'm telling you, that's the model tether right there.
He did pay.
Yeah, that's the model tether right there.
Hey man, shout out to Eddie Murphy.
What would Eddie do?
So he put on Marlon Lawrence. Who else? A whole bunch of.
But at least Eddie had respect for the culture.
He put on the Wayans brothers, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that gave Keenan and Damon Wayans. They started in what's the name? Without them too, and they Jamaican too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he fully absorbed the culture and then was able. Well, I never even know.
Yeah,
you would have thought these people were from down south somewhere.
And they still had to come by to a Chicago nigga, give on Robert Townsend his flowers. All three of them, man. You know what I'm saying? They made the 80s. They made me get into the whole what's the name? Shout out to them.
Yo, what up, Detroit? I see you, Playboy. All right, let's go to this fire. Where else my volume on this?
Yeah, what would Eddie do bracelets? Straight up.
Man, that shit must have froze.
Malcolm too.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a couple of riders, you know, and they don't get the tether label because you know they know what's up. They know what's up, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you know people actually was legit on that, you know, black is black shit. Okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? Fine. But nowadays, you know what I'm saying? My whole issue is, you know what I'm saying? Like for those who are out there that's riders, we just need more of y'all checking y'all countrymen and the bullshit that they do.
He said the Wayans is Jamaicans too? God damn.
Indicted a Florida congresswoman alleging that she stole millions from FEMA. Her name, she's a Democrat, Sheila Shafurlis McCormick, is accused of taking $5 million in agency funds to use for her political campaign.
When Sheila Shafurlis McCormick was running for a seat in the U.S. House in 2021, the Department of Justice says the Democrats stole $5 million in COVID-19 disaster funds to support her congressional campaign. A federal grand jury indicted Shafurlis McCormick and several co-defendants Wednesday. Prosecutors allege a healthcare company she ran with her brother was overpaid $5 million in FEMA funds for a vaccination staffing contract. They say the company received that money in July 2021, and Sheriff McCormick used it for her campaign. The funds were routed through multiple accounts to disguise its source, they say. And a portion of the money was funneled to friends and family who donated to the campaign. It's the latest legal battle for Sheriff McCormick, who's already under investigation by the House Ethics Committee for campaign finance violations, including misreporting the source of a contribution. In a statement, Sheriff McCormick called the case a, quote, sham indictment, insisting she is innocent. Sheriff McCormick faces the prospect of prison time if convicted. But, Gail, we're still waiting to see the court filing submitted by the Department of Justice in the Southern District of Florida.
All right. So it's all yours.
We're talking about ethnic image, right? That comes up a whole lot, right? We're talking about, this whole era of DEI, Me Too, and obviously BLM. We're we at the twilight. I mean, it's done. You know what I mean? It's over with, right? And they're giving more and more ammo as to why it should be. Sorry, y'all, that ain't no damn alarm. But they're giving more and more reasons as to why people don't trust them, given the corruption, given the incompetency, along with the attitude and stuff like that. The only reason why they were ever given a chance anyway was to undermine us, you know what I mean? And debase us as black men. And here you have it. It's almost like, divine, would you say, divine, in a way, like a sort of way in which, we're being handed these gifts of truth. You know what I mean? As far as how these people are being exposed for who they are, just like another tether, a chick who's out of was it Virgin Islands? I'm not quite sure if we're gonna go over that segment, but I just want to mention it.
She's next.
Oh well, I'll save it. But it's being abundantly clear as to the level of fuckery that you engage in when you give these chicks a chance. So now it's a reset. I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played. So yours, Tito.
Hey, like I said on my live, this is a really, really reprehensible crime because the people that were waiting on this money, man, were in dire situations where they lost housing and lost relatives and were displaced. And like I said on my live, imagine being in a position where you waking up every morning trying to see, did this money hit your bank? You going into your phone trying to see, did it hit your bank account yet? Knowing that this bitch stole it. That's crazy, man. But it just shows you these tethers, they don't care. They don't care. They are only here. It's so many groups of immigrants that are only here just to suck what they can out of this country. And this is just one of them, man. And we really need to start. I know that Wikipedia, just so y'all know, Wikipedia is starting to scrub the early life section of a lot of these nigga congressmen. And the reason they doing it, because if you really start researching these motherfuckers, you go find that most of them are tethers. More than half of them now are tethers. Yeah. And so you got a bunch of people that's figureheads, represent the black community that just have a dummy address in the districts that they represent, that have no actual interest in serving the black community because they're not in the black community. And the Democrats set that shit up that way. They set that shit up that way so they don't have to give black people anything while still having them politically subjugated.
No, 100%.
They don't have to give them anything.
Yeah, if you look at all of the elected, all of the blacks on news, none of them are almost none of them are FBAs.
Nope.
And they got y'all fooled with this with this black skin thing. I'm going to say this. This actually, I'm glad you said it's the
The
perfect opportunity
the
for me to
people who
say
look
this.
like me bullshit.
Yeah, this is a perfect
Man,
opportunity for me to say, talk a point that I was running by Saul. All of this Pan Africanist shit, and all this stuff rolled over from the '60s. A lot of this ideology that is dead. And I'm telling y'all, all of this, give all of our resources to Africa, the Caribbean, all of that
don't forget
ideology is
about
an
the
existential threat
don't forget
to the
about the
self
our so-called
determination of the FBA, FBA black man, the freedmen, and those are the only ones out, and that's the only group that I'm worried about because the heterosexual FBA black man has no friends. We're surrounded on all sides by all enemies, even the very women that we're supposed to be being married to and everything. And we got all of these tethers jumping. We fought in all of the wars for all of these resources, and we're the last in line for all of them.
Well, I was gonna say, machismo. Don't forget about the so-called British invasion that we also had with them so-called proper English-speaking tellers that have been taking over Hollywood and all other shows and propaganda and stuff like that.
Yeah, none of the
You know,
actors you see are Americans. Yeah, they're all British actors.
You know what I'm saying? So they've been doing this and they've been slowly been creeping with that so-called agenda, like that tether chick that we just had on the screen. I find it ironic. No matter how much they want to go ahead and talk about so-called American black culture, black American FBA culture, they still put on the so-called proper or so I say career Keisha aesthetic, with the so-called weave, the eyelashes, you know what I'm saying, the fake up. She even got the Keisha posturing. I guarantee she probably come off like one of them Jasmine Crockett nights, you know what I'm saying? That's when we'll start calling them Jasmine Crockettites. Um so I just did a little research through Grok. I see what she's been up to. So she straight from Brooklyn, so she got the scamming gene already, you know what I'm saying? Haitian from straight from Brooklyn. So she a scheming ass chick. Down there in Florida, again, her what's the name? Democratic progressive policies push all to go ahead fund her type of lifestyle with her and her brother. Yo, this is diabolical work right here. And she put on this fake smile, just like all these other politicians. Y'all remember a particular one from our neck of the woods, Tito, by the name of Tiffany Hingett? Did we forget about that fiasco? And ain't nobody mentioned that at all. She just walking around. Actually, fucked up the whole, not the church's money, but the whole township money. And this is another one. And we got another ones all across the U.S. And they gonna be falling like a deck of cards. Y'all just watch and see, just watch and see. And this is as diabolical as you can get. FEMA money. Shorty, you messing with the feds money, you going down. That's like a half a century type of crazy work right there. And I land my plane.
No, 100%. But I mean, we're gonna see with the Somalis later. With Trump cutting off all of these citizen benefits and everything. Once these tethers get down, they organize as groups. You got to give it to them. They elect their own people. Everything. They send money back to the country, and this is what I be telling y'all. FBA black man, all of this. All parties. It's the same bird with a different feather. We're all whether y'all listen, man, y'all could sit around and talk about y'all don't want to get involved in this politics. Y'all don't have to, because y'all don't have to believe in your vote and all that. But all of these tethers that look like you do, and in 5 to 10 years they're gonna be ruling over you. Y'all gonna be subjugated in your own fucking countries, you monkeys.
In other words, like Debo say, "Oh, you gonna get involved, or we gonna have to knock your ass out
No,
too."
y'all about to be subjugated in your own fucking country. Fucking morons. Listen to these old niggas.
Mm-hmm.
They all, bro. They got all of they elected all of their own people. Follow the millions and tens of $1 million of resources that's supposed to be going to FBA black men in their communities and everything. And y'all got these old niggas talking about, oh, your vote don't matter. That's dependent. You know what I'm saying? Yo, keep listening to these old niggas. Y'all gonna be slaves of your own country, but not by the white men. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be slaves to Somalis and Nigerians and Indians.
Oh, you already see what happened in Dearborn, Michigan. You see what's happening in Minnesota. Man, they got a whole.
And they're going to enslave you with your own money and your own resources. Keep listening to these dumb old niggas.
Man, Minneapolis is taking over the whole state, man. You know, it's crazy out here, bro.
It should be irking me, bro. They're doing the same shit that they did to the Tutsis and the Hutus in Rwanda, putting other ethnicities on, but they doing it with your own money and your own resources. The greatest generation, silent generation, they fought all the wars, and the fucking boomers came and gave all of your resources away to fucking everybody. You guys better get it together.
Hey, my millennials, we already middle aged. We already halfway cooked. I mean, we sipped the Kool-Aid. We bit the so-called bug. We try to go ahead, follow how money will follow all the other bull crap. And now look at us. You know what I'm saying? We can't even afford a fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Careers probably gonna be taken over by AI if they even get that sophisticated, but I doubt it. But yeah, my generation, we cooked. And Gen Z, shit, I got faith in y'all, but man, I'm trying to tell y'all.
Shout out to Detroit 313 with the follow super chat. He said, "Did you hear about the guys who allegedly making kidnapping? The Michigan governor is now running for governor of Michigan." Yeah, bro. I don't know what y'all got going on in these Democratic strongholds. They got the other boy that's a chomo running in bro. The Democrats are actively running chomos for like
Well, but when we talk about so they want to go ahead and because I got into one of my so-called supervisors. He was trying to go ahead and talk about there's a chomo at a file run of the country. He talking about Trump. I found it ironic. Y'all want to go ahead and talk about these so-called Epstein files, but y'all had a old curmudgeon sitting in the office by the name of Biden who could show them things, but y'all want to go ahead and let them be unsealed. Also, besides, what about the Clintons?
We about to jump into the Epstein episode right now, so you will hold that. And what you will call it? We've been giving them work on the community tab with the Epstein stuff. Sarver sending me the meme warfare, but got him salty. This is drop for Detroit.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Red segment with the follow super chat. He said, "We are in danger. Tethers have control over lives. They already have every seat of power set aside for freemen." 100%. Me and Saul was just talking about this, and a lot of this is because y'all been listening to these old niggas telling you the Democrats not having you. They've kept you politically ignorant completely, and they just let that shit happen right up under your noses. You know what I'm saying? They only saying this to FBA black men. You know what I'm saying? Every other ethnic group that looks brown are clearly organized and voting their people into fucking offices, whether it's Republican or Democrat, and they pulling the resources for themselves. You fucking dummies.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Yo, was that you, Tito?
They two wings. Yeah, they two wings are the same bird. Shut the fuck up, dumbass nigga. Shut
I'm
the
with
fuck
you. Shut
up.
your
The
bitch
only
ass up.
reason that you're not in fucking slavery right now is because of Republicans. And it's not because of benevolence. It's because Republicans said, you know what, man? We tired of fighting wars with these niggas. Let's start treating them like human beings, at least a little bit.
Yo, 100%.
Two wings of the same bird.
Yeah, and they've been saying that to
I
y'all
don't
niggas.
trust neither one of them.
They've been saying that shit to y'all niggas for decades. And what? Meanwhile, in the meanwhile, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Nigerians, the Somalis are all organized politically, and they're in both parties, and they take all of your motherfucking resources, and they got more power in this country than you. Listen to these fucking old niggas.
Hey, I mean, I know more than you, little man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put you gotta grow your bootstraps. You gotta grab yourself by the bootstraps.
These old niggas need to be put out the pasture, bro. Like y'all are seeing in real time how these old niggas have fucking betrayed you, and it's not like they not aware that all these other. Bro, we about to do the Somali section right now. I'm like, dude, yo, the Somalis got more power than y'all niggas.
Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah, like we just press play the clip.
Yo, shout out to Alex. Yo, member for 20 months. Damn, man, the time fly, bro. Xander, man, I remember when you first popped up on the channel. You were surprised. So happy to find a member for 20 months. Yo, shout out to you, Playboy.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you.
So let me tell y'all why my legs are crossed like this real quick, okay? From now on, I'm crossing my legs like this because all these white people start calling me Big Mike after my dong started dangling in my pants when I was dancing on the Ellen show. If I don't cross my legs like this, you gonna think I got 3 legs up in here. So white people, you don't get to see my dangling dong no more.
Yo, Hoop, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's up, Playboy? All right, bet. All right, look like we got a full house. We at the 1 hour mark. Oh, Brother Zeke dropping it. He said, member for 6 months, dropping my hat in the ring, 6 months strong. Yo, appreciate you, bro. Let's do it like this.
The word liberal as an acronym, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. Liberal.
Shit. Got your ass. And don't you forget.
All right, you right in time for the Epstein segment. Are you guys ready? Let's rock.
That's right.
Now, and it's not a problem in terms of attorney-client privilege. Yes, I will turn it over.
This is the live congressional hearing, and those dings they're doing it in real time. Every time she got text by Epstein during the hearing.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today in a written submission that contradicted your testimony. You suggested you were going to review that. Did you review? Are you going to review it in our next break to correct the record? Yes or no?
Yes.
Question: you helped out the president's campaign, or were involved in the campaign as a representative, as a spokesman, even in your words today. It was your idea for the campaign dating back to 2011. Is that accurate, yes or no?
Yes.
2011 is a year that sticks in my head. For it's the year my daughter was born, and it was the year I was diagnosed with cancer. I was not then pushing for Donald Trump to be president. I was fighting cancer.
I want everybody to understand this, Patrick. How is this not the number one? A convicted pedophile, sex offender, whatever you want to call him, was actively texting a sitting member of Congress, coaching her during a freaking oversight hearing. How is that not the top news story? And she's nothing. There's no breaking news. There's no nothing. She's still in Congress.
How did they get those text messages?
The Washington Post found out through all the emails and stuff that were released recently. This past all the email dumps, they timed it and they found out because they were trying to figure out what time it.
While she's up there, she's getting text from.
The leaks are coming out left, right, and center.
All right. I put that little quick montage together because this is a huge fiasco. And me and Saul talked about this. I'm going to pass it off to Saul first. But I'm of the opinion, there's a meme out right now that goes, Trump wants Epstein files released. Dems block Epstein files. Trump does not want Epstein files released. Dems push to release Epstein files. Trump releases Epstein files. So me and Saul been thinking like, yo, this is just, he played these motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? He knew what was in this joint and they were blocking it. So he put them in a position where they are the ones that are pushing to release the files. And now that all the Democrats are tarred with this joint, Hakeem Jeffries, everyone, they can't play it like it was a political stunt on his part to try and smear the Democratic Party because they the ones that pushed for it. I think it was brilliantly played. And lo and behold, everywhere you turn, there's a Keisha at the forefront of all the fuckery and playing footsie with Epstein right while she's in the middle of a congressional hearing. Saul, that's all yours.
I'm of the orientation that I believe that he was messing with her and the wife of the United States Virgin Islands First Lady's wife. I mean, the governor's wife. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you actually read through the text and the history and stuff like that, she was a little too chummy. You know? This is more of an example of, Keisha and, actually being what I like to say, mercenarial, cold, and thinking about the career ladder and doing whatever it takes, even from sucking and fucking to, compromise morals to just anything because she's all about herself. She don't care nothing about anybody else, And I bet you this bitch would have probably, I'm almost sure if we would have looked her up prior to, this coming out, she's probably giving statements and moralizing herself, just like Hakeem Jeffries was. Release the files. Okay, now that they released, now you ain't saying nothing. But that's my take on this sick, despicable bitch.
Well played. Tito, it's all yours. Keisha taking all the L's and seem to be at the forefront of all the debauchery as well. Like I said, they good attack dogs, good shills, and they out apparently at true to form. They out here carrying the water, doing all the dirty work, and also being the patsy and the fall guy. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Jeffrey Epstein, he was in his day a prominent brand, and Keisha did what she did best. But you know what though? It's actually a nugget here that we missing, right? You know what that is? We should be thanking Epstein. We should be thanking him. You know why? Because Epstein is who made Trump a Republican. Y'all do realize that, right? Epstein made Trump a Republican. When Epstein first came at Trump with that weird shit, with that weird sex shit, Trump immediately went to the FBI, right? At first, him and Trump, like, on some 6 degrees of separation in the same circle, Louis, right? And Epstein was coming at one of Trump's teenage daughter real hard. And resort to Mar-a-Lago to I guess harass her in person because having Ghislaine Maxwell try to contact the one wasn't I guess working. And so Trump actually got into a minor physical altercation with him. And then a few years down the line, they kind of was cool after that. And he came at him with the weird sex shit. And that's when Trump went to the FBI. And so once Trump realized that all of the Clintons and everything, and trust me, When he went to the FBI, I know damn well that it's moles in the FBI, and it got back to the Clintons because the Clintons was real fast friends with Epstein, right? And so after that, notice that Trump didn't run in the same circles anymore. It's Epstein that delivered Trump to us. He's the one that made him see what type of sick individuals was in that, the East Coast leadership of the Democratic Party, and who he was dealing with.
And yo, you're
Right?
right. Remember, he used to always be like, "Yo, you're dealing with some they're sick individuals." Remember, he used to always
Yep.
be like that. They're a bunch of
Yep.
sickos. Remember?
Yep. Yep. That's who delivered us Trump. Epstein delivered us Trump. If it wasn't for Epstein and his weird shit, Trump would probably still be a Democrat, still be going to Knicks games, sitting in the skybox, talking to all of the superstar rapper niggas, doing the same. He'd probably be just in regular public life and not in elected office. That's the nugget that everybody forgets here.
So
Epstein turned Trump into a Republican.
So basically, in a nutshell, as we have said, that Eddie Murphy is the model tether. Donald J. Trump was damn near the model Democrat if they ain't mess his whole worldview up.
Yeah. And once he started elevating higher in terms of money and what circles he was running in, and he got to see some of these Illuminati lizard people, motherfuckers, minions close up, and seeing the type of shit that they like to do and how they got out, he was like, "No, fuck this," and he stayed away from it. But when he was directly confronted with it by Epstein, he went right to the FBI. All of this shit that they talking about, oh, well, Trump is mentioned in the files 1,500 times. Yeah, as an informer. Yeah. And not only that, it's a part when they transcript the wiretaps of Epstein on the phone, and he calling Trump every fucking name in the book and talking about how ridiculous his hair is and all of this shit, and he's an idiot and all that. Yeah. Yeah. And then the part that the media don't want you to know is that Epstein donated a shitload of money to Obama when he ran, and he donated even more money to Clinton when she ran. And then when Trump got in, he helped coordinate some of the fucking the shit for the impeachment.
Right, exactly.
That's what they don't want you to know.
Well, this is what this is right here. Well, that's Cohen, his lawyer, and that's Congress interrogating him, and that's Epstein texting back and forth with the congresswoman, helping cross-examine Cohen, Trump's attorney.
Yeah,
he's actively manipulating a congressional hearing in real time via Akeisha.
Yeah, and this is treason too, by the way.
This is treason. Thank you.
Even though Epstein is an American citizen,
but he's a foreign agent.
Yeah, he acts at the behest. Yeah,
he's acting at the behest of Israel. I mean, if all the things are true about him being with Mossad, but we'll skip over that in this broadcast to keep it moving. Hoop, you want a piece of this?
Yeah, I'll take a little chunk out of it. Well, and I'm gonna kind of state on it, like basically what the fallout of all this shit is as things stand as of today. Because I don't know about y'all timelines, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, 90% gentlemen, probably 99% gentlemen. Let me go and deduce it down to the absolute rule. Listen, man, I've seen some wild storylines, come of this in the last 2 weeks. And what I always do is I just wait. Okay, this incendiary thing was said, okay, but does it stand what I call the 48-hour test? Meaning, is it smoke that hard after 2 days, or is it just a today headline? So we saw 2 weeks ago that they were talking about Trump being on the list, and everybody was going nuts. And then this goofy ass storyline about Trump, this is a week ago, giving Bill Clinton
who they call Bubba head or whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, from a logical standpoint, how much sense does that really make, though? Do you really think Donald Trump actually did that to Bill Clinton? But it don't stop the, you know what I'm saying, the Keisha mob and the Keisha, you know, pro Keisha folks. They ran with it, but I'm just like, and I told motherfuckers on their post, I'm like, are you really gonna stand on this shit in 2 days? And of course, as time goes through, it showed that kind of what Tito was just saying, that this is more or less a Epstein thing, because Trump, you know, basically wasn't fucking with him no more. So he doing that whole shit that whole ass motherfuckers do, is you just say anything to try to slander a motherfucker. I think we can all kind of say from a consensus standpoint, like that's what it is. So there's that. Now on the actual, you know, front line standpoint, you got, and I love this L that this goofy ass faux ratchet Jasmine Crockett took this week with her goofy fucking ass, her fake ratchet ass, talking about, you know, how Epstein had donated money to Buddy. And I just saw the damn interview like 2 hours ago with a gentleman named Jeffrey Epstein, but he donated to a Republican. And when she got pressed on CNN of all fucking places, her stupid ass. And listen, man, for those who don't understand, listen, man, I don't affiliate with a party. I'm more aligned with the right. But when you have these moments, when you see what a person is really about, this should help you make your decision. So when pressed about this situation, when she was told that, yeah, that's not Jeffrey Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein, that's actually a professor, you know, of whatever, and he made this donation after Epstein was dead, this motherfucker started to like filibuster and waffle and talk and basically try to, you know, save face, instead of what a noble person would do and just say like, oh, interesting, okay, I probably shouldn't have said that then. And she blamed her bad analysis on her team doing her work in haste. So this goes with old girl from the Virgin Islands who was getting her information from Jeffrey Epstein. So it just shows like a delineation. Well, it shows a linear path of bad information being passed from these Keisha motherfuckers that people take at face value, and that's what our people take as gospel. So even though it won't land, you know, in a way it should land, like, yo, you probably should do more investigation. You probably should do more due diligence. I'm glad that, because when the record shows, this is something we can go back to when we have our talking points, when we have our references about malfeasance on that side of the aisle, that y'all niggas literally don't know what the fuck y'all talking about with this Epstein shit. And y'all grasping for straws, and it's fucking embarrassing.
Spot on, Mr. O. Take us home with this joint. Now, I got this joint pulled up on the screen too, for us to pivot over to this real quickly, because Saul sent me this, and this is a lawsuit alleges that Cecile Dijon, who's the former first lady of the U.S. Virgin Islands, was on Jeffrey Epstein's payroll, making $200K a year to let him do his chomo shit on the island. So it's Keisha's involved all over this thing with all this human trafficking and whatnot. And we've already talked about what happens in the Keisha rat community. So true to form, Mr. O, all yours. What you got for me?
You know, and shout out to the tethers, shout out to the divestors, shout out to the tether divestors that's basically running amok around all type of places in the United States and the Caribbean. Like, you mean to tell me we got congresswoman, congressperson right now and on a seat, still serving, and she had all type of involvement through text messages. And they wondering how did they find this? They called the feds for a reason. I mean, like they could find anything. They could find all type of information from the rats in the New York City sewer. They could find a text message, let alone some type of Keisha that's going ahead and helping a chomo dude by the name of Epstein doing all these debauchery things with politicians, actors. Yeah, y'all remember that Ricky Gervais Academy Awards what's the name award show a few years back, right? Right? Can we ever forget?
Oh, what, when he roasted everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And we mentioned Jasmine Crockett and Jasmine Crockett Knights. You know, like she's like the Marcus Garvey of the Keishas right now. So I'm gonna give her let her cook.
The
You
Marcus
know,
Garvey.
God damn.
The Keishas. That's some funny shit.
Look, we are the age of information, but for some reason, the most educated specimen right now walking the country, for some reason, can't put cognitive reasoning and can't separate from cognitive reasoning to cognitive dissonance. They say one thing and they move the goalposts once they've been found out wrong. They're like, yeah, it was the wrong Epstein, but it's still Orange Man bad. Y'all should just go ahead and believe us. I won't go ahead and quote another intellectual poet of so-called ghost status. He's saying 4 3 2 1. Like, yeah, y'all don't want to argue. Now y'all want to socialize. Like y'all wanting to go ahead. And I'm talking about LL. Shout out to LL.
Oh, that's line, yeah.
So y'all want to go ahead do all that ripping and running, talking about he's this, he's that, he ain't with these type of people. But y'all forgot what George Carlin said. Look, it's one big club and he's not in it. Y'all messed it up.
Exactly. It's one big club and he's not in it. Exactly. He's not in Skull and Crossbones. He's not in nothing. He's a self-made. He's a self-made nigga from Queens.
And that's what they had about him, bro. So you got this person, and now it's always the Keishas that's in power. Again, black men and everybody in between. They put them there for a fucking reason. They go ahead and get the bag. They want the bag by any means necessary. They have the morals of a damn ant. You know what I'm saying? They will work themselves to the bone to please the colony for no other fucking reason, so they could be a part of something that they think they bigger and part of. You know what I'm saying? It's called the sisterhood. It's called being the so-called white man's cum rag. It's about being Becky's footstool. It's about being so-called the black man's burden. And I pass the mic there.
My nigga. The motherfucker Marcus Garvey, the Keishas, that's some funny shit. Niggas is laughing. He said, K. Sager said, Marquisha Garvey. And Storm said he almost spit his water out. That's some funny shit. So I got the article pulled up. We don't need to do another round robin if you guys don't want it, but why don't you give me some commentary on this the former First Lady of the Virgin Islands, also of melanated stature, being on payroll with her. The more this Epstein thing untangles, you see a lot of Keishas involved in key positions with all of this. And like I said, a lot of them are being left hold of the bag. What say you, Saul?
Well, like I said, it's eradicating the ethnic image, whether it's directly or indirectly. I actually feel that it's only validating all the points that we've made. This is why you actually see sweeping policy actually addressing the quote unquote Keishadom and the foolery that's over on that side. I would say, people engage into, these sort of transactional, what I say, streetwalker arrangements, directly or indirectly. She knew exactly what was going on or whatnot. You know what I mean? What reason do you need to be talking to a man outside of your husband like that, getting paid like that, and he was okay with that? You know what I mean? Like, let's just call it what it is. Oh boy was being cucked this shows you that whatever you do is never enough. You know what I mean? It's never enough. You know what I mean? These bitches will monkey branch and do whatever they can do to try to be on the come up, even if it's the most sickest thing to do. I wouldn't doubt if they were to sell their own daughters to have that sort of position or status or whatever the case may be. And I'm afraid that just hasn't came out yet.
It's in their nature to do that, so I mean, shit, they pimp out their damn dogs here. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they go ahead and turn 14, 15 years old, man, it is what it is.
Exactly. So that's what it's looking like. This is one of the things they tried to sweep under the rug. You know what I mean? Because they know that there's some sort of inherent pattern here of this type of shit. You know what I mean? And we here to kind of tie it all up together. We see ya. I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played. Anybody else want a piece of that before we jump to the next? And Hoop, you want to do? We at the 1 hour 25 minute mark. I got two more. I got the Andrew Wilson segment, and I want to do this. I want to do the Somalia.
Hey, can I add something?
Yeah.
Can I add something?
Yeah, I saw you, Tito.
Now you see, you see this. Now you see this. You see this. This black woman earning $200,000 a year from an infamous human trafficker. They'll talk. These bitches will get on TikTok all day and talk about age difference relationships between two fucking adults. But you think they'll say a word about this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's an unspoken thing. Like, bro, all these Keishas know what's going on. A lot of these chicks been turned out by their own mothers. They know what's going on.
Not only just that, I mean, shit, they own mothers, they own inhibitions, bro. They got their own free agency, bro. You know what I'm saying? A hoe is going every fucking minute, just like a sucker, like PT Bottom said, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Even I go even further. Shout out to the literary excellence of Mr. Osberg Slim. He said, and I quote that, man, these chicks are horrible people. Horrible people.
All right, bet. So
hey, it's almost like that Christmas thing. Every time the damn cashier bell ring with pro style jail, a hoe is born. You know how every time a bell rings, or angel earn his wings. Mm-hmm. Every time that damn cashier bell ring, you know what I mean, with that pro style jail, them bonnets, a hoe is born.
No, don't you ever forget it.
All right, Hoop, you want to do a short sports segment? At least cover the football games and everything.
Yeah, I got you. I covered the football.
At least cover the football. Because we got to wrap in like roughly 20-something minutes, and I want to get this Andrew Wilson segment and this Somalia segment out of the way. So hold on, let me give you your John. Hold on for a second. Hold on, let's do that.
All right, you degenerates and fuck niggas. It's gonna be the sports wrap up of the week. I figured you liked that one. All right, man. So listen, man, football has been a great week. This is kind of like when the college scene, we're getting the landscape of seeing what's going on. In the pro game, we're getting the midway point to see what's going on. So I gotta start off with my HBCU. I'm sorry, I just got to. My Prairie View A&M Panthers will be playing against the Jackson State Jaguars in Tigers, for that matter, in the SWAC championship next week, with the results of the last football games, with Jackson State beating Alcorn State in a thriller 21-27 advantage Jackson State, and my Prairie View Panthers beat the dog shit out of Mississippi Valley, man. Hey, Jerry Rice is rolling his grave. 59-6. Just beat their ass. And ain't nothing to talk about beyond that. All right. So let's move on to the NFL. Like, I don't think anything really happened in the NFL that's really worth mentioning. Psych, I lied. Fucking Cowboys beat the shit out of them weak ass Eagles. EASHEAGLESS.
Man, broken clock is right. You know what I'm saying? Once a day type shit. You know what I'm saying? We see you on the rebound.
Yeah, nigga, all right. Y'all had 21-0 and proceeded to get that belt to ass 24-21. Cowboys getting that dub. And like I said on my pre-show, so you guys don't follow me on my side of the world. Y'all follow me in my Straight No Chases Cowboys podcast. I said that the Cowboys would win by 4. They won by 3. Go sue me. Just saying, if you want that crack, come over to my side of the world. So Cowboys beat them fuck niggas 24-21.
Y'all niggas needed a fucking win. Shit. I'm glad we
Nigga,
can give it
we
to you.
need that shit like Whitney Houston needed that Krenak to survive, but not really. Shout out to Whitney Houston, sorry. But at any rate, man, listen, I got to give a shout out to George Pickens. 9 receptions, 146 yards, 1 tub. Hey, man, it's getting to that point to like, is he better than CeeDee Lamb? Because CeeDee Lamb dropped a dime from Dak Prescott in the end zone that made the game more difficult. So I'm just saying, we should have beat the fuck out y'all fuck niggas. But it didn't happen that way. But Cowboys did pull out the victory with the late field goal from Aubrey, Mr. Consistent. So shout out to, my team against them fuck niggas that we beat.
So you won by a field goal, huh? Okay, that's technically not even a win, but okay, you can have it.
I stopped listening at 1. So moving forward, shout out to Shadua Sanders, man, getting his premiere opportunity against the Raiders. Now listen, the Raiders is a slump hole. So you got you abroad that you on a drought. You call up, low key. You don't got to call. You just pull up and knock on the door, and you can get your shit on. But Shadua Sanders, his first NFL start, 11 for 20, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And if you guys watch the game, 2 big bomb touchdowns. Well, one almost a touchdown, the other a very long pass. So for all the people who were kind of having, a little trepidation if Shadua can handle the next level, he looked damn good as QB1. Just saying. And listen, in my opinion, the second best game of the week was Indianapolis versus Kansas City, with Pat Mahomes and them trying to pull something together, trying to do it by hook or by crook, beating the surgeon and low key best team in football out of nowhere. I don't know where the fuck this even come from. The Indianapolis Colts 23-20 at home. So shout out to the Chiefs for that. Now I gotta give props where props is due. I don't like the Texans. I'm from Houston. I hate these motherfuckers. But they got a great win at home against the Buffalo Bills. That is a quality win. No hate. And with their backup quarterback with Davis Mills, man, I got to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Texas for forcing 2 turnovers with 2 interceptions, which is probably the second best defense in the NFL. Beating the Bills 23-19 at home with the backup quarterback. Very impressive. And I got to give this fuck nigga credit too. Caleb Williams is finding a way to get with his gay ass, finding a way to get dub after dub after dub.
Hey, that's why I sent you that video on TikTok right
Hey,
there.
hold on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, we ain't gonna have no Williams and no bad slanters today, bro.
I mean, hey. All right, go ahead, Tito. What you got?
You ain't got nothing to say about you ain't got nothing to say about the Bears guard.
Who?
Darnell. You ain't got nothing to say about him.
I don't even know who that motherfucker is.
See,
Darnell Wright, the big nigga that wear 58.
What do you do?
Man, look, man, he been throwing motherfuckers out the whole TV screen.
Oh, okay.
He threw a motherfucker in my living room last week when they was playing Giants.
Hey man, listen,
I had to
man.
call the nigga Uber back to this shit.
Listen, man. I don't watch a lot of Bears content, so I'd be lying to say I do. But hey, respect to him out here moving motherfuckers the fuck out the way like a goddamn U-Haul. So salute to him. But that gay ass nigga is y'all quarterback, and he dealing though. 19 for 35. Accuracy could use a little help, but 3 touchdowns, beating the Steelers, who are very opportunistic, 31-28. All respect where respect is due. So as we move along, another game that's worth mentioning. Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. If you guys watched the game, it was kind of a barn burner half the game, and then in the second half, the Ravens took off rather on that. And man, y'all keep your eye on Duval. The Jaguars are doing their damn thing. I mean, they beat the Cardinals, who are 3-8, but they beat my Cowboys, so I don't know what to make of all that. But the Jaguars are silently doing their damn thing over there in the AFC South, man. So salute to them. And also the Rams beating the dog shit out of the Buccaneers, with a surging Baker Mayfield, 34-7, just, putting belt to ass like a mofo. Oh, I gotta say this too. The Patriots, another win against the Bengals. Again, an opportunistic team with a lot of offense, not so much defense, but with an old Joe Flacco. But Joe Flacco can still sling the rock. Shout out to the Patriots, win 26-20, improving to a 10-2 record. So something to look at, man. Something to look at. So moving forward, and we'll finish up here. I'll condense it down so we can talk about the NCAA. So I'm gonna start off with this. The eyes of Texas are upon you. Hey, all you haters out there, your boy, goddamn, Manning did his damn thing last week. He had a catching touchdown, he had a rushing touchdown, and 2 passing touchdowns in their win over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, if you watch that game, it was close early, but Arch Manning did his damn thing. So shout out to my Texas Longhorns with their win, 52-37 over that. Another noteworthy game. Syracuse. What the hell's going on? Because Syracuse got a brother as their head coach, and Notre Dame beat the dog shit out of them 70-7. That's like if Notre Dame plays against, like, I hate to pick on, niggas, but HBCU. I expect to score like that. So from that level, I don't know what the fuck Syracuse got going on, man. So y'all tell me if y'all know. And as y'all know, my youngin, John Reed, they lost to Oregon, USC, 42-27 on the road. So Oregon improves to a 10-1 record, doing their thing. Texas A&M with they fuck ass, 48-0 over Samford. Fuck them. Ohio State just rolling up top, beating Rutgers 42-9. It's just, they've been the class of the football things. And to Tito's point, being a Big Ten team, being the class of the NCAA. So salute to them. And another interesting game as I round things out. Deion Sanders, oh man, 1-7 in the Big 12, losing to Arizona State 42-17, just getting that ass smacked. Even though his son did a damn good job today. Oh, just the overall production of what's going on over there at Colorado. Some people say he may retire because of health issues. I can't call it, but looking bad over there. So to round things out, let me say some of the notables in the college football landscape as far as rankings. Ohio State #1, Indiana #2, at 11-0, still rolling, man. Salute to them. Georgia at 10-1 at #4. Ole Miss at 10-1 at #6. Texas Tech representing the Big 12. RIP, the desolate Big 12. Still holding things down at #7 right now. Oklahoma at 9-2. Another notable, Alabama, who is my dark horse winner of the SEC. At 9-2 at #10, I think Bama may take the SEC. BYU at number 11 at 10-1. Miami at 9-2. My Texas Longhorns at number 16 at 8-3. USC at 8-3. And who else I give a fuck about talking about? Let's say Nah, fuck the rest of these teams. All right, so that's what we got right there with sports wrap up, man. So we didn't get a chance to get the basketball, but we got plenty of time. You guys lock in, y'all tune in because in the football seasons, you get into the meat of the schedules. You get into the parts where it actually matters. So thank y'all for pulling up. Y'all go follow me on every social media entity at Hoop Jargon, and I appreciate y'all for having me as always. And I'll see y'all next week.
Motherfucking Hoop Jargon. What the fuck is up with my applause? Oh, here we go. All right, bet. Yo, thanks.
Also, one thing I didn't mention was that the Cowboys did beat the Eagles
The
24 to
fuck out of
41.
here, nigga. By a field goal. I ain't even mad at I that's technically what, as far as I'm concerned. I didn't get to see the game. I'm stranded in Colombia. But you can have your win. Cowboys needed a win. It's a long time fucking coming. And field goal any type of which way you can get it. That's yes, I am being a hater.
Hey. You know what Philadelphia problem is? And I'm not, they came into this game thinking they had an easy win against the Cowboys because they was thinking about the game they got with the Bears on Friday. They was overlooking the Cowboys thinking about the Bears.
Really?
That's where they fucked up at. Yeah, no, you okay.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, we got triangled in this shit. I mean, we got long standing beef with the Cowboys, though. I think we always go in there trying to fucking take their heads off.
Well, I'm gonna say this one last thing. Dak Prescott is 22-1 in the last games against the NFC East at home. Just saying.
Facts.
Damn.
Facts. Yeah, that's just me being a hater. Who be talking shit. All right, fuck it, guys. That was a good segment. Appreciate you. Yo, we gonna do this Andrew Wilson joint yet. You wanna stay for this one segment?
Man, I gotta finish cooking,
Oh,
but
yeah,
man,
right.
thank y'all for letting me cook, man, and I'll be listening in.
All right, sweet. All right, appreciate you. Hoop. All right, guys, let's go. Let's break up. We've been kicking Keisha in the in the crotch this whole show. Well deserved. Um, let's pivot real.
I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest.
And Tito covered this earlier this week, so this is you gonna have to circle back on this one. I'm covering this one because this is a proxy to to his debate with Coach Greg Adams, and I just let that Coach Greg Adams shit play out because I will say the one thing that was demonstrated in that debate with Coach Greg Adams is I was saying this to Saul that like that's kind of indicative of why you started to see the split from the white manosphere and the formation of the black manosphere, and like some of those same tension, verbal and nonverbal tensions that were displayed in that debate. But what I will say is that debate opened the door up to Andrew Wilson getting his ass handed to him and his card pulled all over the internet. It's not looking good for him. And now, especially since he just got bodied. I mean, I watched the reasonably like a significant part of the debate. Andrew was actually doing pretty good up until this point where she bodied him and he lost frame, and then she lost like after. But this is the only part that's viral, and it looks really bad. And I'm glad on it because he tried to play Coach Greg Adams, et cetera, et cetera. And then shout out whatchamacallit. I thought Ru Tomasi was on his Cake for the White Boy joint, but he did come out and say on his stream this earlier this week that I saw. He definitely he broke down the debate and he was like, yeah, Coach Greg Adams pretty much beat Andrew. And Rolo was like, he was pointing out all of the flaws in Andrew's argument. So, all right, so good on Rolo for that because I was like, all right, if you're gonna be playing this white manosphere supremacy shit, y'all gonna lose with that one. But let's look at Andrew lose frame and this young liberal, I believe she's a lesbian, make him fall all out of character.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator, or I don't make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I just say, dyke?
Your wife with the 3 baby
I'm sorry, dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you try
show
to...
your hatred against...
Do the women that you try
convince them
to...
that they shouldn't...
You know, Charlie, did I bring...
Women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did I bring your family?
5 years older?
Did I bring any of your family into anything?
Stupid.
Did I say anything about your family being stupid, Charlie?
You could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing, which is immoral.
She bodies him for like 5 more minutes straight after this. And I want to put this also for the he was married to a divester broad while he got his current the chick that's his current wife pregnant. So I didn't know he was married to a divester broad. So that actually also kind of explains kind of the condescending way he was talking to Coach Greg Adams, like he was his intellectual superior or something, while Coach Greg Adams was handing him his ass. And I'm not like, this is not the case for Coach Greg Adams, but the debate was the debate. And whatchamacallit, he got smacked up pretty good in it. Whatchamacallit, Tito, you covered this earlier this week. So actually why don't you set it off and then we'll round robin on it.
Yeah, this is something either I hate to say this, but we might have to leave a red pill label. We might have to scrap that shit. Because this is a really problematic thing that we have to keep up the pace with them like co-opting our shit for us. Every time one of these fucking clowns right here says some dumb shit, or the first thing that happens is this a butterfly effect of pandering pussy motherfuckers that's coming around to fuck when it's almost the first of the month, like it is now. Oh, see this red pill. And it happens every fucking time. Every time. But you know what though? I will be back on Andrew Wilson ass tomorrow to roast the fuck out of his wife. The way that people was coming over there to my chat, and then I come to find out, and I go look, somebody sent me a picture of this bitch, and then come to find out this bitch looked like fucking Robin Ventura. They used to play fucking third base for the goddamn Chicago White Sox. And they coming to my fucking chat taking up for this bitch. And it's crazy because this is a fucking white man with money. And while he want to talk about my criminal record, I fuck better bitches than him. And he's a white man with money. Right? And I wish that motherfucker would come back. And I know he will. That speakeasy pussy motherfucker. I have the pictures of my bitches on deck tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I fuck better bitches than what Andrew got. He's a white man with money. And you coming over here dick riding him. But I at least thought it to be a bad white bitch. No, the bitches is smoked. The bitch is smoked. Her motherfucking face shaped like one of them bronze masks that the Trojans used to wear in war and shit. And shit. Like what the fuck? But these is the type of motherfuckers that when they come on here and argue with bitches, reduce themselves to the level of bitches, it makes all of us look stupid. Them, Fresh and Fit, Fugazi podcast, it's the same stupid shit. You bring the dumbest fucking whores on with their fucking heads are so goddamn empty, you using for a goddamn cookie jar. And these the hoes you bring on to debate and to let them know they hoes. They know that they hoes. They mama know that they hoes. And the internet know that they hoes because most of them are on Instagram or fucking OnlyFans. Why don't they bring, if they want to debate, why don't they bring some of these women on that's got PhDs in women's studies? Why don't they bring up some of these women that might be the CFOs or the CEOs of feminist nonprofit organizations and shit that might be doctors too? Why don't they debate somebody? That's how you show that you win in a debate against feminism, not by bringing some dumb bitch up there that don't even know what the fuck feminism actually means. And in the first time he gets somebody up here with two goddamn synapses to rub together, look what happens. Because he's a fucking dumbass. Because he wasted, they don't wasted years arguing with stupid ass whores only to finally get somebody with half a brain to come up there and completely shut it, kick his fucking shit in. And it reflects on all of us. We don't have to make up a new label for our content because I'm sick of this shit right here. I'm tired of it. And every, trust me, every grifter, every dick rider, and every lightweight motherfucker that's trying to get a fucking page or a channel off is go, oh, the red pill. It's a chorus of fucking dick riding ass mouths that don't even know what the fuck the red pill actually means. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got to spend the next fucking 5 years trying to explain it to them. Now we got to come up with our own label. We are.
No, I think you're spot on too about.
I'll be back on this white motherfucker's ass tomorrow though.
No, yeah, spot on. And the point that you made about the chick having two synapses to run together. If anybody actually watches the full, it's not like this chick's. To your point, it's not like this chick is super bright or anything. She was actually floundering at the beginning of the debate. She actually doesn't even have a massive argument. She beat him because she was able to keep her cool, then that she actually was able to listen to his argument and just ask fairly poignant follow-up questions. It's not like she's that bright or like a rocket science. Like you said, she's not like one of these feminist PhD which we'll call it that can run in circles. But
like Dr. Brian. Like Dr. Brian, Cheyenne Brian.
She's not even really a doctor. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is it shows like it's been like, Andrew Wilson shows up by default so good in all these debates because normally he's debating morons. And like I said, this chick isn't like a rocket science. She just managed to keep her cool and ask him a direct question and have him be triggered. So she by default won. So as I said, it's not like he's being defeated by these mental giants.
Yeah, let me get
he didn't even have enough brain power when he was sitting there with Coach Greg Adams. He didn't even have enough fucking brain power to understand the concept of a fucking common law marriage in a common law state.
Exactly.
That's how fucking dumb he is.
Exactly, and that's what happens when you surround yourself with sycophants. And you argue with people, and you make and you debate and make arguments with people who aren't not even say intellectual level, but just who aren't that skilled at debate and listening back and forth. Because it's really just conversational and listening skills and being able to think on your feet. So I'm glad that he's crashing and burning the way he is so rapidly because the internet is unforgiving, and more so just because of the condescending way he approached the interview with Coach Greg Adams. And then went afterwards to like I said, he was on the thing with Rolo and everything. I was calling him all idiot. And like I said, that whole thing, I look at it in a completely different way now that I know that he was married to a divester. So that's like some deep seated Coach Greg Adams was suited and booted.
That
It's the resentment of the black
And
male
he
thing.
was smoking cigarettes,
that
Yeah,
getting
that's all
drunk.
that anti nigga pillow talk that he been getting at night.
exactly,
Just like
bro.
these police that
Exactly,
be out here.
exactly,
And to
exactly.
piggyback what y'all just said, now look, y'all remember when everybody was making so-called videos, making all type of live streams through the whole nigga YouTube, talking about Coach Greg Adams basically spazzed out, he crashed out, he was supposedly losing the debate, but they won't want to go ahead and touch this particular segment right here because it messes up the so-called traditional brand. You know, they want to go ahead and redeem these MFers out here. You know what I'm saying? They destroy their life, and they want the so-called they want all men to basically be CompuServes at this point. Shout out to Dr. T.S. Johnson. They want all of us to be CompuServes right now in this paradigmship. But this little Becky right here, this Becky, this liquor license having Becky right here, put this pasty no game having white boy in this damn place. And he crashed out so bad because he know what was truth that he married up a washed up 304, and to marry up a washed up 304. I mean, you could have got Lana Rose, you could have got one of these debaucherous little hedonistic chicks off the damn Blade that look halfway decent. I mean, you still be called a damn sucker. You'll still been called all type of simps, but at least we'll probably understand. Andrew, you going home to a well event. You going home to a big Bertha that failed at relationship after relationship, even had the state to take her damn kids away. But here you want to come on these podcasts is grifting, pontificating, and trying to go ahead and say like, "Oh, I got the best relationship. Y'all wish y'all had what I had." Like who you fooling, bro? Yeah, we need to go ahead and change the red pill, even the black pill. I mean, shout out to the top dollar black pill gangster here originate, but even they messed that up. So yeah, we gotta find something else, man. It's all going out of whack, man. You know, and I'll pass my mic.
Oh yeah, it's the rise of the internet. Yo, Saul, you want a piece of this? Well, because we talked about this off screen.
Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why we got to keep them out of our shit. I mean, it's pretty much, straight up, at this point. As far as the white manosphere, they don't know what they stand for anymore. They obviously are deviating, and they contradict themselves, and they look goofy. And we've been rather consistent. You know what I mean? And I think that this is why we're getting, a lot more tangibles when it comes to policy than they are. I mean, they're still bitching and whining, and they kind of flip flop as far as the policy goes. But as far as them, we're gonna have to continue to delineate and separate ourselves because these guys here it's going to be a wasteland of foolery. You give it a couple of years, as far as I'm concerned over there. Just don't let that spillover come this way, because they're living a certain way and obviously doing something different. Now we've had a couple of people do that over this way, but a lot of those guys end up being these orbiters and obsessed weirdos who really really can't even really get no traction. They've been effectively excommunicated. You know what I mean? That's how we deal with the guys over here. You know what I mean? Not so much over there. And with that, they're going to eradicate their own credibility. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played. I agree wholeheartedly on this. Guys, we're at the 1 hour 58-minute mark. If anybody else wants a piece of the segment, have at it. We're approaching overtime. If not, we'll get closing statements and get up out of here.
It's just that also did you know Tito that his wife got a book out on so-called the origins of feminism and how women was led astray and all that shit, but how you gonna take your own advice and all that stuff with all this so-called enlightenment that you want to go ahead and get to these other 304s, you know what I'm saying? the whole grift market, so-called self-help, trying to go ahead and bring the country back to what it used to be. You know what? This gonna go down in history as one of the biggest debacles that Gen Alpha, Gen Beta. I don't know what the generation gonna be after them. They're gonna be doing all type of what site studies and everything about this particular time period for years to come, man. Because you can't make this ish up.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, when I saw a picture of his wife, I was like, this is the bitch that people are running over here to defend. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
she's a very
I have heard. Yeah, I've heard some of her book on Spotify, I believe. Yeah, it's nice that she wrote that book, but at the end of the day, she's just another chameleon telling motherfuckers what they want to hear and giving people information that they could have went and found their goddamn self. At the end of the day, this is another reason why we need to further delineate, because just to get away from all of the fucking grifters. Because this shit it's reaching like really ridiculous epidemic levels at this point. Whenever and you go see dumbass shit happen to more of these people, eventually you might see something happen to Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? You go see a lot of dumb shit happen to these people. You go see them do a lot of dumb shit, and it's like with that shit with the ugly the nigga that looked like a big toe Fit, when he got into that shit with that Chinese woman. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And then all of a sudden now that's the whole red pill. So yeah, man, this shit, I hate to say it as one of the elder statesmen in this shit, but yeah, we got to pull the fucking handles on the ejection seat at this point.
No, the interlopers are running wild. Algorithms pushing them, and they end up, a lot of them end up being the faces of shit, and even they don't know what's. It's like I was saying on the phone. This all the authentic shit is close to like akin to being in like an underground hip hop club back in the day, while all the, you know what I'm saying, like. All the big artists were signed to the record labels, and that shit was
like Coachella Records.
And all that shit was the watered down shit. You had to go to an underground club to hear.
Yeah, that was a club in Brooklyn or like a Manhattan, something like that. I heard in the Prodigy book. You know what I'm saying? Him and 50 Cent book. It used to be a club for real.
Yeah, the tunnel and shit in Philly.
Yep, the tunnel.
In Philly, there was a bunch of spots where it's like, if you wanted to really hear what was hot, you had to go to like Nirvana and stuff like that, where like the real spitters was at. And it used to be A&Rs used to go down there to catch all the new talent. But that's akin to what's happening right now. Like, you know, some of the real content creators and like some of the OGs, their channels are still small and everything. And you got the interloper grifter class, you know, just taking the talking points and running. But
we the new Aristotle Socrates of this time period. You know, I'll take my flowers right now. You know what I'm saying? All four of us on this panel, we like kicking like we Diogenes and all them in the great pantheon back in the day and whatnot. I'll take that.
No, I think you're right to a large degree. Like these conversations we have here on Sunday, like nobody's telling anybody what to do, but
oh, I remember the Lyrics is Lounge. Damn, you was
Lyrics is Lounge. Yeah, but the fact that we talk everything through to till its completion and everything, it's almost like a Socratic method type thing. And the information stick closer with the brothers. Let's hear Andrew get kicked in the dick one more time, and we'll get closer.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator, or I don't make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I just say, dyke?
Your wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you try
show
to...
your hatred against...
Do the women that you try
convince them
to...
that they shouldn't...
You know, Charlie, did I
pursue
bring...
women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family...
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You
family
called
into
me fucking
anything?
stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
You could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing, which is immoral.
So let me tell y'all why my legs are crossed like this real quick, okay? From now on, I'm crossing my legs like this because all these white people start calling me Big Mike after my dong started dangling in my pants when I was dancing on the Ellen show. If I don't cross my legs like this, you gonna think I got 3 legs up in here. So white people, you don't get to see my dangling dong no more.
All right, let's get some closing statements. Get the hell up out of here. We have the 2-hour, 6-minute mark. So it's all yours. Take us home, man. I think you gotta meet yourself, Playboy.
Yeah, here we go. I know we didn't get around too much to it, but you know, I would say this, man, and Machismo put it out there, man. Whether it's representation purposes, whether it's directly or indirectly, if it ain't about like straight Black American men, they talking something different. They have somebody else representing that. They have people, that they're trying to interlope in that truly doesn't represent that. Whatever game, and even then, even if it is an American-born Black man, that's straight. Still hold him to the rigor of seeing whether or not his value system, his worldview, or any other stuff aligns with yours. You know what I mean? Because it's just too many games, too many interlopers, and people are trying to contain this space so that they can eventually co-opt it. I'm already seeing some weird stuff now. It's just just letting y'all know. That's where I land my plane.
All right, well played. I think that's 100% spot on. Mr. O, that's all you. What you got for me, man? Closing statement for the chat and the replay gang.
Yeah, we discussed a lot of different topics tonight. We talked about Marquisha Garvey and the Garveyites. We talked about these women in power that be basically low-key divestors, even ones that's running countries, being first ladies, hanging with supposedly mass orchestras of one of the biggest chomo rings in world history. And ironically, they try to go and implement the current president into the situation in which they information got wrong, but they still the most educated. That's the reason why a lot of their professions right now are being subjugated either to layoffs or be reclassified as non-professional at this point, especially these particular people that want to go ahead and talk about these liberal policies, these blue sanctuary cities, vote blue no matter who. Y'all seen everything that they had told you and said that was supposed to be. It isn't, and now y'all gotta eat y'all words and we're gonna be right here. We're gonna be over here trying to find a new movement to call this because the white boys don't get it. These feminists don't get it. these grifting ass so-called want to do right traditionalists. Oh, we just want to go ahead and bring the community all back. Oh, y'all just don't want to go ahead and go along and get along. People ever again. We need to separate ourselves, and like Machismo said, we gotta go back to the underground. We gotta go ahead and find a new wave to go ahead and continue to send this message to the next generation, so that they won't get hijacked and put into a box, and they will see this time period. Like I said again, like how could y'all just let so-called communist socialist people run y'all country, and yet y'all have spent damn near 70 years trying to keep it out? And I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir. Yeah. Tito, it's all yours, man. Take us home. What you got for me? Closing statement for chat and the replay gang.
Well, remember when it comes to the difference between socialism and communism, please always remember that socialism is just communism saying, baby, just let me stick the tip in. Always remember that. Now that this Epstein shit is coming out, right? They thought that they were going to be able to ride this goddamn bullshit right up into the midterms. So now that the Epstein shit is coming out, now you're going to see more violent attempts to interfere with immigration enforcement in hopes of touching off a civil war. I'm telling you, you got people making TikToks talking about, oh, they didn't know when they came to the South, we open carry and all of this. And you got people actually walking up to ICE officers, putting their hands on holsters and showing them guns that's in paddle holsters and all type of shit. It's only a matter of time before we have a use of lethal force, and then it's gonna be a wider problem in the country. So I'm gonna take this chance once again to tell people, tell men in here, if you not armed, arm yourself. Even if you gotta put something together piece by piece, call me and I'll tell you how. But arm yourself.
No, I think that's spot on. All right, well, I want to thank my panel for coming out once again, man. You guys have no idea what it takes to put these shows together. My team be Johnny on the spot every Sunday. That being said, this is season 9, episode 1. This is how we're approaching our 9th season. I believe Tito's been with us since like the middle of season 3, maybe. And shout out to Mr. O for holding us down, I believe, toward the end of season 7, all through season 8. Now, you know what I'm saying? We rolling into season 9. It's a wonderful thing, man. A lot of hard work putting these shows together, running the channel, but shows like this evening do make it worth it. Shout out to the chat, man. Thank you guys, everybody who supported the stream. We can't do this shit without you. This this Sunday show comes on at an ungodly hour on the East Coast. We set ourselves up to be the late night third shift. It's worked with us in terms of channel loyalty and growing, but nonetheless, man, we appreciate everybody come show up in the chat and hang out with us on Sunday, man. We can't do it without you. That being said, shout out to Tito, Saul, Mr. O. We'll be back next week. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon. We're updating it. We're going to be taking a bunch of content off of the channel, putting it on the Patreon. I think this is our 3rd hack attempt on the channel this week. So we're going to make a couple adjustments. That being said, man, like we always do about now, I want to reiterate what I said later on in the show. I was ran this by Saul, and I do mean this. This whole notion of this Pan-Africanism and this kumbaya with all these African immigrants and the African continent, this romanticism, that that philosophy and that sentiment and that nostalgia, that time is past. And I would say that these hoteps and all these Pan-Africanists and these philosophies that they have, they represent an existential threat to the self-determination of the heterosexual FBA black, these freedmen. None of these things are in our interest.
And there's one or two things I actually want to add to your point. Sorry, while we're here. One, there is recent news that the Brazilians are actually pursuing reparations. Shout out to them. Now, I just want to put it out there like that. Do you hear us really interfering with they shit?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Are we over there interloping? You know what I mean? As many of you have FBA black men going over there to Brazil to live, work, or travel, do whatever they're doing. We're not involved in their shit like that. You know what I mean? Right? That's the true spirit of just recognizing another man's backyard and just playing your position. You know what I mean? The other thing too, man, like I said before, and y'all might not agree with this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. If it's not straight FBA black men or it's not presenting as such, you have a problem. You know what I mean? I can understand that there's some people out there, content creators, like to joke and roast people and stuff like that. But when 40 or 50% of people that you're arguing with is nothing but trannies and fruit mongers and stuff like that, it actually undermines the movement. Because now you have those very same people on TikTok actually talking about Black Americans, Black Americans, Black Americans. I'm talking about fruit mongers. So if you all haven't seen it yet, I'm just trying to make it, a little more explicitly clear that you have people who are trying to undermine a movement, that was created by, heterosexual black men. Now, we can call ourselves freedmen. We can call ourselves, you know what I mean? Anything that we want to call ourselves, but, people are trying to get themselves around so that they can actually taint things and co-opt. I just wanted to make that abundantly clear if y'all haven't seen it yet.
Spot on, sir.
Yeah, I my play.
All right, excellent. Well played, sir. Yeah, that's a wrap. Think we may end up doing a news desk this week. This is season, like I said, episode 1, season 9. It feels crazy to say it. We couldn't have done it without you, man. We appreciate you guys, and as always, we'll be back next Sunday. Like I always say about now, man. Good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Everybody go! Everybody on down! Get on up! Everybody right down! Get into it! Everybody right down! Get involved! Everybody get together! Salute the black man. I salute. 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 Salute the black man. I salute.
Every man walking this planet who's having a baby should have a DNA test. I don't give a damn if you married. I don't give a damn how mad your wife gonna be for asking her. It's not about her. It's about your own protection. If you're dealing with a woman who's opposed to it, it already lets you know the caliber of woman that you're dealing with. I have a son. You goddamn right I got a DNA test on mine, and we were married. Was she upset? Yes. Did she get over it? Yes. Would I ever get over the thought of me raising another man's son? No. Fuck that. I'll be damned. Oh man, I'm thinking this kid's not mine, but if I ask her for a DNA test, man, I think she gonna be mad.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Man the fuck up. Every man should have a DNA test for every single child that he has. Every man.
Denzel, before you leave, can you hit us off with that King Kong line?
King Kong, I'm putting cases on all you. Can you curse on? You can't curse on it, can you?
No, you can't.
I'm putting cases. You'll be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. You think you can do this to me, Shaq? You think you can do this to me?
Sorry.
Hey, where's Stewie?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.